the 17th of July, and we are going to be working on, I'm just going to get you guys live up on my other screen so that I can see who is here. We're going to be working on the colors of sky and grass green. Or is it just sky and grass? It's just sky and grass, so it can be a lot of different colors. I am going live. Am I not live? Let's see if I'm live. Oh, I am live. How is everybody this morning? Did you have a good weekend? I had a good weekend. I'm trying to think what I did. What did I do? We had Patreon meets, and I went for lots of walks. Hi C, how are you? I got some doggy portraits done, which I can show you. Let me show you. I'll go grab those. Good morning, Meryl. How are you? The volume is a bit low. Let me see. I'm going to see if this helps. Does that help? See, it could be, I feel like I'm a little bit far away from my camera, but for some reason, not sure why. Let's have a look. I'm just going to move it a little bit. Did that help a little bit? Maybe I just have to speak a little bit louder. So this was one of the portraits that I did. You can see him. I've already got him in the sleeve so I don't mess him up. That is little Hunter. And then I did this one. If you're ever looking for any pet portraits, that's the other one that I did. And one more that I finished. Let's have a look. And then I just got ready for today's class. It's the last of the 8-week foundation, and then this one that I did. Good morning, Julie. Hi, just popping in to say hi, she says. That's nice. Thanks for popping in. It's Monday, and Monday it's warm-up Monday, and if you remember a couple of weeks ago we decided to do some non-dominant hand drawing, so I think that's what I'm going to be doing for today as well. We have some images in our Padlet. I love this one. I did find this on Unsplash, but I love it. And then we have this one as well, which I really like, going with the food truck kind of feel, double food sellers. And then this one is by Meryl, a picture taken by her son in Thailand. Very good, sky and grass. I love it. And then we have this one, which is a local theatre in our town called the Regent Theatre, and then I included an old photo of it too. So they have updated and modified a little bit, but they've kept the building, and now it is a functional theatre again, which is great. I think actually the university funded it. So why don't we go to Meryl's picture first, because it's nice and loose, and we can get, I feel like it's also zoomed in, my camera, for some reason. Does it look like it's zoomed in? Maybe it's just, I don't know. Good morning, Martina, how are you? Did I say hi to you, Sarah? All right. Here is the color, grass green and sky. But it doesn't have to be, or not grass green, just grass and sky. And let's have a look. That was Upside Down Friday. This weekend we drew. What did we do? So Saturday in our Patreon meet, it was a catch up and chat. I finished a dog portrait in that. And then on the Sunday, yesterday, we did a meet, and I actually tied it in with a little gift for a friend of mine who has her 25th wedding anniversary coming up. And so she just recently went on a trip. Actually, I'd love to finish these today as well. So if I'm done this morning, I may just continue with these images. They went on a trip to BC, and so I made her a little concertina book of, you probably saw it in the stories, of images from her trip, and everybody else drew along too. So Julie, if you're watching, this is something that I would like to do with you and your images that you posted recently. So just a thought. Probably need about 8 images, 10 images. Okay, let's get going. I wish I'd put this image, maybe I can take it out and put it in, this image in this book. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just a sketchbook. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start with this one, and I am doing non-dominant hand drawing today. We are sympathizing with those of you who need to still draw but can't draw with your dominant hand. And it is sky and green today. Sky and grass. I keep saying green because I did this image. Okay, so I'm going to get some sky colors out. I think I'm going to do this in Neocolor. Skies can be grey as well, and I'm just going to not think of using my dominant hand for a couple of these right now. Sky and grass. Well, grass can be lots of different colors. All right, are we ready? Let's go. Okay, thank you, Julie. And C says, I just wanted to share a little tip. I ran out of white gouache, so I subbed with gesso. Ooh, so good. And is that white gesso? Or obviously white gesso, not clear gesso. That's a great tip. Thank you, C. Let's do should we do a 3-minute of this one? I feel really lazy this morning. I woke up late, and this is why I like waking up early, because it gives me time in the morning just to, you know, center, do a little bit of recapping what I've done and going over. Like, I still woke up before 6, but it just wasn't 5. 3 minutes? 3 minutes. 3 minutes starts now. I'm going to get the sky in first. Is everybody drawing with their left hand or non-dominant hand today? The Henley School of Art has an amazing model today for their life drawing session. I unfortunately cannot make their session today, but I will advertise it for those of you who want to make it. Julie, I see that you've already been drawing today. Or maybe you just posted. Okay, so we have, this is going into the grass. I should have taken a darker, this one. I don't know why I went all the way across these 2 pages. definitely does free you up drawing with the non-dominant hand. You don't have as much control. Julie says, yes, I love this session of drawing together. I missed Dylan's session yesterday, which I was kind of upset about because I really wanted to do it but couldn't. That was yesterday during the day. Okay, I get some different direction in here. And Julie says, even though I don't love her art, interesting. I'm the same. I can't. Frances' way of working is extremely stylized to her own hand, and I just can't do that because, well, look at me. It's definitely too meticulous for me, and definitely something that it would just drive me crazy. And also, I mean, it would look wonderful in an etching or a print, or I think it's beautiful, but I can't do it. Okay, well, it doesn't really look like Meryl's photo, but it's inspired by Meryl's photo. Hi, Deborah, how are you? Deborah, we're working with our left, or our non-dominant hand, because you may be left-handed. So that's what we're working on today. And the colors today are sky and grass. Got it right this time. I'm going to add some yellow to my grass because a lot of grass is a yellow. All right. Happy Monday, Deborah says. Happy Monday, everybody. All right. Let's have a look. Do I do the Regent 30 yet? No, let's go back. I'm going to do this lovely scene. If you're doing my class today, we are doing figures in my class, and I don't know if you've seen the pictures, but I got some good ones. There seems to be a lot of pictures in there for just a 2-hour class, but don't worry, we're going to be working on a lot of different ways of approaching figures in art, and so we won't be doing finished pieces of them all, but we may be approaching them and using the techniques that we've been learning over the past 7 weeks. Deborah says, yes, I am left-handed. Okay, we'll switch to your right then if you're drawing with us. Okay, so this is this guy. I'm zooming in on him a little bit. This isn't going to be easy. Circles and things like that are not that easy with non-dominant hands. So you know what I'm going to start with? I'm going to start with the shadow. I'm going to give you 5 minutes for this one. And your 5 minutes starts now. Yeah, I'm going to start with the shadow because this way it looks like a box, and I can kind of base everything around the shadow. Strange place to start, I know. And if you're just joining, we are doing all the colors this month, and this month I have been basing my work on either food trucks, heritage buildings of the area that I live, or storefronts. That's really, even though the one that we just did had nothing to do with anything like that, but that's fine. Our Patreons, they add images every now and then, which is helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna draw really, like, I'm gonna box it out. I think it's gonna help me. So this way I can kind of see where the wheel should go, for example. Whoa. Okay. A little bit more pressure. Sometimes when you're drawing with your non-dominant hand, if you don't put the pressure on enough, it gets a little bit wobbly, your line. So it's sometimes better just to be a little bit more sure and definite about how you, oh no, see, my ellipse is not very good here. That one's better. It's because this one wasn't as ellipsy. Can't see all of this one. I'll put the spokes on. Still in the sky, I should probably put some grass color on this one as well. Bonjour, good morning, Alessandra. Okay. It is non-dominant hand drawing today, Monday warm-ups. You know what? I'm getting very warm drawing these images. I think it creates a lot of blood flow drawing with the opposite hand. That's a good thing, right? So instead of doing exercises, you could just draw with your opposite hand. So the colors today are grass and sky. And we're sympathizing with some friends of ours in our group, or a friend in particular, who does not draw with her dominant hand right now because of a little accident. So we're sympathizing with her. Who else is drawing with their non-dominant? Anybody? Is it just me? Or are you really trying today? I'm going to use a gray. These are the colors today. Sky and grass. You have 20 seconds left. Julie, she's like, what do you mean instead of doing exercise? What exercise? Actually, I keep getting pop-ups on my phone, and I caved. It's a wall Pilates. Does anybody else get those wall Pilates popping up on their phones? So I got it because I'm like, I can do this. I can do this late at night. I can do my wall Pilates exercises. I did one set of wall Pilates exercises yesterday. Oh, that's the timer is going off. And my arms are in pain. So I'm thinking it's probably a good thing that I do wall Pilates for a few days. Martina yay! Martina says, I am doing non-dominant hand. Julie says, I'm trying. You'll have my sketchbook to answer for. I kind of like it though. I do like it. I am going to write non-dominant hand down here though, so that when we're looking through. And it's the 17th of July. Meryl, it's almost your birthday. We could just do a morning on Zoom on Wednesday. That would be nice, wouldn't it? seeing as, is there anybody here who is not part of Patreon? I'm like, why don't we just switch to Zoom every morning? No, because I kind of like not being able to see my face on camera. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, we have this one. I'd like to do this one. Let's do a 10-minute one of this one. This is great, like for the colors today, grass and sky, and I really like it. Alternative thrift shop. I wonder what they do. What is this? Rare finds, super deals. Behind the hardware store, daily from 11 to 5. Julie says, my friend had a bad fall cycling yesterday, so I'm against sports for the time being, too dangerous. Oh, that sounds like our dear Anne. She had a bad fall and is still in recovery from it. And that was from cycling as well. Not fun. Yes, stay away from exercise. That's your best bet. All right. Are we ready? 10 minutes, this one. You have 10 minutes and your time starts now. I think I'm going to start with the negative space of this one in color blocking. And then come back in to the truck. And I don't know why I'm sticking with Neo colors, because I think just because I've got the colors out, but this would be nice to do in gouache. I feel like drawing non-dominant hand drawings would go really well with music. I think, like, you know, then your brain wouldn't think about the drawing so much, but would think about the music. Because I can't think of anything else while I'm doing non-dominant hand drawing. I want to look up though if it does help circulation doing non-dominant hand drawings. Is anybody not drawing and they can look that up? Does working with your non-dominant side help your circulation in your body? Maybe it can be a new diet trick. Just do everything with your non-dominant hand and you'll lose 20 pounds. The latest fad. Okay, I'm going to get some gray for the sky in. This comes up here. There you go, new app coming. Yes, just, and I mean, it would be interesting to know. Did you look it up? No, you're drawing, you can't look it up. Somebody who's not drawing could look it up. Does using your non-dominant side of your body promote circulation in your body? Blood circulation. maybe I can use water over the top of this. That would be a good idea, I think. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then I'll put other colors on top. Okay, let's get a big brush. Not too big. That's a watercolor brush. I don't want to use my watercolor brushes. Here. Well, and then I can make a Substack post about it, because I need to write a Substack post today. And don't worry, I'll share it in Patreon too, just in case you're not all here watching. There's only 11 of you. Is Esty here today? Yeah, everything doesn't feel very natural. Am I doing my journal? I miss, oh gosh, we were supposed to start on Saturday too. See, did you do it? I have done a couple, but I need to be more disciplined about that. Today, I will start today. Today is Monday, and today is a good day to start. Thank you for the reminder. I listened to the book on my walk all weekend. I'm a slow writer, so it takes me a long time. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that because I want to go over the top of it. I kind of like my wonky car. And now I can go in with some colors on here. I need to write thrift shop on that area. You have 3 minutes left, by the way, everybody. 10 minutes went really fast. Oh, C says my book hasn't arrived. I couldn't get it locally, not even from the library. Oh, interesting. Thrift shop, left-handed. That was tough. Yeah, I haven't even started that yet, but I should. Oh, and I picked up the wrong color. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's easier to write backwards when you're doing left-handed writing. Okay, so I got the main gist of it. Now I can thicken up these letters a little bit. Wouldn't it be wonderful just to pick up a pencil and just to be able to draw just like you do with your dominant hand, with your non-dominant hand, and have that balance? It's like in dance. A lot of dance studios, they don't make the dancers in their studio do their tricks with both, or their moves with both their legs, right? right? So they can jump really well on one side but not jump on the other side, or they can do an aerial where it's like a cartwheel without any hands. They can do it on one side but they can't do it on the other side, and that becomes a problem when they're choreographing a dance and they need, you know, dancers from each side, and only one person can do it from one side and the others can only do it from all the other side, and that just doesn't, there's no balance. So, and also turns and things like that. So it's really good to practice. Not that we're going to break out in a dance or anything, but it's really good practice to have both sides working. Maybe simultaneously. Maybe the next drawing we'll do both hands. That is a really great exercise that the Good Ship Illustration does a lot of times with their Friday art clubs, which they're not doing right now at the moment, but they do have a lot of recordings, so you can always go and do a recording of their art club. I need to darken these. Oh, I ran out of time. Okay. Oh. C says, I get a workout using my dominant hand. Oh yes, I did not write alternative. I didn't get that in. Oh, Julie says, yes, there is one art club coming this Friday. Oh, great. I'm going to try and catch it. I really do love their art clubs. Okay, so I think we've done enough non-dominant hand. What do you think? Can we switch to dominant hand now? How do we do a sign for non-dominant hand? Oh, we just did ND, right? Non-dominant hand. I should put in the index what ND stands for. ND. And then upside down is like that, right? There we go. There's my index. All right. Hi, Marianne. Oh, Marianne says, so Dr. Google says using non-dominant hand is good for the brain, but too much medical mumbo jumbo for my brain this morning. LOL. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this was, let's have a look. This was, I think, one of my favorites. This one really was. I really enjoyed doing it. And I love the color combo. I think this color combo has to come out again. Yellow and gray. I thought I would like yellow and gray a little bit more, and I don't really love it. All right. If you are just joining, the color combo is sky and grass. I've done them in these colors, but you don't have to do them in these particular colors. I am going to now do, we have a theater downtown in our city. It's called the Regent Theatre, and I added two photos. I added an old one, which is here, and then the newer one. I'm just trying to see what, I kind of love that big sign that they had out front. They don't have that big sign anymore. They did keep all the windows, and they just updated them. So I'll do one of the new Regent Theatre, because I won't be able to see the big sign anyway. There. And I'm doing this in dominant hand. So we do have 20 minutes to do this if you have other things to do. What is everybody drawing? What are you working on? And good morning, Marianne, to you too. Okay. I'm going to start with, and I guess I'm sticking to, no, I think I'm going to, shall I work in gouache and then go over the top with crayon, or shall I just leave the windows? I always get stumped to wanting to just block it in and then go over the top, but I think I'm going to leave the windows, so I will do it this way around. So for everybody's main piece, what are you working on? Are you working on the same one as I'm working on? Or do you have your own image that you're working on? Oh, it feels good to work with dominant hand after working with non-dominant hand. I have some students here for class. Are you guys coming to class today? We're doing figures or figurative art. Have you looked at the photos? It's our last week in the foundation art course. Okay, I'm going to use the grass color. There's snow on the ground here. I'm going to use the grass color for, instead of the red, I'm going to use a dry grass color. And I'm blocking in rather than sketching out the whole thing. I'm just going to block in to get my colors. I do have kind of like a guide here that I can use. Oops. Should have sharpened these. 1, 2, 3 arches. It's very, very rough. I guess I could have done it in pencil crayon. Oh, if Maria is here, thank you for the video yesterday. That was really interesting on pencils. And she has a whole lot of followers on YouTube. Crazy. 1.9 million or something like that. That's insane. I did not know who she was either before yesterday. Technica Vocal. Chris says, I'm on a family visit and just making lunch for my parents, but so good to join the live meanwhile. Ah, thank you, Christina. Julie says, I'm doing the black and white one. Oh, cool. And Meryl says, yes. And Amy says, hello. Marianne, unfortunately, I'm going to miss again, taking my mum for an MD appointment. Never mind. You will catch the replay. That's fine. Okay. Alright, I think I have the main area of the building. I'm going to use my grey, which is also sky colour, for some of these areas. It was too big up there. Oops, went over the wrong part. I don't think I would be a good urban sketcher. I'm not very precise at all. Okay, so I've got this part here. I'm just looking. I have to get the sign in here as well. I don't have black. I guess I could use dark grey, couldn't I, for sky as well. Let's get this sign in. I'm just going to use this blue for some shadows. And then also for the dark areas, instead of dark grey, I'm just going to use the blue. I should maybe put some more green in as well, because right now I've got like light grass, and I think people associate green with grass. So I think I should do that. Oh, I didn't get this door in. Can put that in. Some more shadows in. I do love the winter light. I don't miss the winter though. But there's something about those shadows. This is extremely rough. Oh, I need the windows in here as well. On this side, I'll put the opposite and leave the white there. I haven't put any water on, but I could put some water on. How's everybody doing with theirs? I should probably see how we are with the time. Oh, why does my timer go off? I think because I have it on silent mode. It stopped literally at, I'm going to have to set it for another 10 minutes. I don't know why it stops. I must have pushed the button or something. But it's been 10 minutes, so we have another 10 minutes, which I think is way too long for this. So I may do another one, try another one. I'm sure if I followed Alexandra's method of sharpening my Neocolors, I would get a nice point. How are your portraits coming along, Alexandra? Very rough, this one. I don't know even if I will give it a name in my in my picture. Ah. Well, maybe I'll give it a name, but I just won't tag them. There we go. Can do that. Just my proportions are a little bit off as well. Oh, thanks, Marianne. It, oh, I could put the Regent Theatre up here, maybe, up the top. I was just hoping for something a little bit more refined, but I guess you get the idea. We'll get these poles in as well. I think I'll just use a pencil to get in the Regent Theatre up here. Probably need a pencil that is semi-sharp. Still have 5 minutes if you want to put any more details in your piece, or if you want to do another quick one. I think I'm just going to do a color swatch of all the grays and greens, or grays and grasses and grays, and just have a little bit of fun. Loosen up. I will use my non-dominant for this. And seeing as I've got some water out, I can use my very messy palette. Maybe I can clean up my palette. That's a good idea. Oh, non-dominant. So grasses and sky. We gotta think grasses and sky. All the different grasses. I guess they could be a little bit more bright, a little brighter. Can get a moody grey skies in. Sometimes the stormy sky has like a hue of purple. I think it's the control that I don't have, which is like really difficult. Too much water, too little water, that whole, you know, all those years of learning. And when it just comes second nature to you to pick up a brush and dip it in your water and take away the amount of water that you don't need from your brush, that's just not there right now with this. Need some more sky colours. I'm supposed to be cleaning my palette. It doesn't look like it's getting very clean. Go with moody. It's definitely a lot moodier than I could do some swatches of Neocolors, seeing as my gouache palette is extremely messy. And I've run out of blues actually on this palette. And then I can go over with water. Sometimes just simple experimenting with colors can lead you to a palette that you wouldn't usually use but you really like. Any other blues that I've got here? Let's have a look. This one, and I have this one. This is more, I don't know if there's ever been a sky this color. I can put some white in it though. And there should be a sky blue. I feel like I'm missing some of my colors. I think I may have left them at Art Battle. Oh, I missed the finals yesterday. Did anybody watch it? I know that I got a notification. Did anybody watch the final in Toronto? I'll have to see who won. All right, that is our time is up. I guess when you add the white, it becomes a different color. Our time is up, but I'm keeping going because we do have 4 minutes left. I'm going to keep going. All these grasses are very dull. I could probably, again, use some new colors in my, and add those to the squares. Still with my left hand. All right. Here's a bright one. And then we got quite a great range of, I think we could do even some grays for the sky. I know that we have some grays, but these are different grays. Actually, this is a beige. It's not even a gray. Is this a different one to this one? Yeah, this is different too. We have some dark grays. Okay. We have 1 more minute left. I'm just gonna, whatever is lighter, I can use underneath these colors. Or underneath the washes, rather. So I can do this one, and then I can go to this one, and then this one. Mixes a little bit. What a mess. But a fun mess. Here, let's just put a little bit of this down here. It's a little bit of a different color. Oh, yes, it would make a lovely quilt. And it's fun, and it gets us, you know, using our non-dominant hand, so I'm happy. This was not non-dominant hand, this was, and I'm going to call it the Regent Theatre, July 17th. Okay, so we had some color swatching. We did, this is all non-dominant hand, the thrift shop, car, and the apple seller. I think they were apples or peaches. And then Thailand, grasses, and sky. Well, it was just a very playful Monday. Thank you so much for joining this morning. And I will see some of you in a couple of hours. I will be painting in today's class, so I'm going to be bringing out some acrylic inks, and I'm going to be bringing out some acrylic gouache as well, and yeah, watercolors and maybe gouache too. So get ready to do some painting. So bring mediums that you can paint with and surfaces that you can paint on. Have a really good day, everybody, and don't forget to use the hashtag Char's Art Class if you are drawing along with us, or just tag me so that I can see your work. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you, Martina.